here at the internal revenue building. We got a quote here. It says, taxes are what we pay for a civilized society, all of our Wendell homes. I mean, I understand the need to like work together and pool resources. I don't know, I mean, I'm just not super happy with our representation at this point. I mean, they strip our constitutional rights, and we're still getting taxed, and we got all these police officers who are like tax collectors, and we keep getting all these like superficial laws that are just like ticky-tacky, like all the speeding, littering. I mean, we don't want to litter, we don't want to speed that causes wrecks, but some of these fines are just getting outrageous, like jaywalking. And I don't know, they write you a ticket up for everything. It's non-stop.
Do you have anything? No?
I'm so glad you could join me this afternoon. I'm outside of the IRS building, and the IRS is not even part of the federal government, which is pretty odd. No taxation without representation. Well, I as well understand the need for certain forms of taxes, for improving roads, building sidewalks, you know, but when our tax dollars are being used against us in the form of them, you know, making more prisons, and our tax dollars are paying for secret police forces to suppress us from speaking and utilizing the First Amendment, it gets to be quite absurd. These guys in here are, like I said, the IRS is not even part of the federal government. So how are you going to have a tax collection agency representing the people when the people, first off, aren't represented and they're not even part of the government? Now, people might try to argue the point, which is a good point, that having it be part of the federal government, yeah, that might create a bigger problem. It might be even worse. There would be more secrecy and all that, of course. But it being an outsourced company, as I view it, I don't know that that's fact, but it being what I view as an outsourced company outside of our government system, collecting our citizens' taxes is just completely absurd. And in the Constitution, I don't know where or when, I am ignorant of this, but the loophole of not being able to pay taxes is that they're federal taxes. And there are federal citizens, which are in the District of Columbia, and naturalized immigrants. We, as the citizens of one of the many states, which is what the majority of Americans are, a citizen of the many states of the United States, not U.S. citizens, do not have to pay taxes, according to that little ditty right there in the Constitution. Why we're not being adequately represented is part of the reason that we're here. Like I said, I got no problem with paying taxes. It needs to be a fair share, though. Everyone needs to pay the same share of their taxes, and I'd like to see the money actually do something productive, like fix the streets, fix the school systems, you know, do something good.
Spend it on good stuff. Spend it on education. Spend it on the kids. Stuff that everyone can use. Don't fund these illegal wars on Iraq, Afghanistan, war on terror. I mean, we want, if you're going to collect our tax dollars like this, we want transparency then. Where is our money getting spent?
It shouldn't be getting sent to the CIA. I don't want my tax money paying for some dickwad to go over to some foreign country and install a puppet dictatorship just because some politician thinks that that's a good idea, or whoever decided that that's a good idea. The CIA makes enough money as it is by selling drugs and humans probably, and God knows what else. You know, we're not going to that one yet. But the CIA makes enough money on its own. I don't see why our tax money has to pay for CIA, for NSA, for FBI, and they don't do anything except suppress us and go do their bullshit around the world and suppress other people, other civilizations. You know, why should our tax dollars be paying for a CIA secret war in Somalia or Chile or Argentina or Guatemala? Research these things. There's a book called Legacy of Ashes, all about the CIA and how much of a monumental failure they are at doing anything. Why is our tax money paying for that? You know, that's my question. You know, there's a way to fix all this, and we're not going to do it overnight. You know, that's why people always ask us, well, what's your solution? Well, if we the people, get together and sit down and discuss this as rational human beings, we will come to a solution. It is possible, and we need to remember the greatest part about being in this country is that we can agree to disagree. That's one of the best parts of this country. Peace.
Good.